Hey guys, welcome to Math 824, and we're going to get straight into it. Now, yesterday we just talked about identifying benchmark numbers, but today you're going to go a little bit deeper, okay? Because I know that you guys can do it. So again, our lesson standard is to use the place value to round whole numbers to the nearest 10 and the nearest 100. The next thing for our lesson target is we're going to round whole numbers to the nearest 10, and you're going to be able to count by multiples of 10. And when I say multiples, I mean skip counting. I mean jumps of 10. And I can use my understanding of place value to identify benchmark numbers. Very good. Let's get straight into it. First things first, I need a place value chart. Let's grab one really quick. Boom. There's my place value chart, and I'm going to use the number 67. I think we used this number yesterday, and it's okay, we'll use it again. So we're going to use the number 67, and I'm going to write that right here. Got it? So now let's use our place value chart and put 67 in our place value chart. We need 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We also need 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. Let's do a check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. That matches 67. The next thing I'm going to do, so this will be step number 2, so I'm just going to underline the 6 here just so I can remember that I'm really looking at that tens place, okay, to find my benchmark number, okay? Let me repeat that. We look at our tens place to find our benchmark numbers, okay? So our tens place is a 6. So we're going to pull that out of our place value chart, okay? We're going to pull the 6 tens out. And that becomes our first benchmark number. Bingo! Okay, so because this is our first benchmark number, now we're going to write it over here. We're going to put benchmark number. Because I want my notes to look like your notes. Once you put benchmark number, once you put the first one to be 60. Okay, so now that we know our first benchmark number, we're going to count by multiples of 10. So that means I'm going to jump 10 numbers to find my second benchmark number. And I'm going to use the number line to do that. So we need a number line. Let's get a number line. So here's my number line. And I've already identified my first benchmark number as 60, yeah? So my first number is 60. And my second number, we're going to jump by multiples of 10 to identify that one. I just want to move these side by side because you need both. So on my chart, I'm going to start my number line at 60. So here I am with 60. And I'm just going to end it at 100 just so I can get a number line up. So here's my big number chart. I don't need this big number chart. I've already identified one of my benchmark numbers as 60. And now we're going to count by multiples of 10 to get the second benchmark number. Okay? Ready, guys? Let's do it. So here's 60 all the way over here. Now we need to jump 10 spaces to get to the second benchmark number. And as we do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. My next benchmark number is 70. So now I have my 70 as my second benchmark number. Another way to do this is to simply find the first benchmark number and just add 10 to it. Got it? So now I just want to refresh my page to make it smaller. I know my second benchmark number is now 70. But this is how my number line should look. You do not have to write 61. You don't have to write that. I prefer it that you didn't. But my manipulative doesn't allow me to remove that. So just for a moment, I'm going to go back to my place value chart because this is where I was writing where my benchmark numbers were. So here's my first benchmark number, which is 60. Just want to clean that up again. And now my second one is 70. But there's also another number we need to identify. We need to identify our midpoint. And the midpoint is basically in the middle of two equal groups, okay? The number that's in between two equal groups. So to do this, we need our number line. So let's go back to our number line. So now we've identified that one of our benchmark numbers is 60, the other one is 70. We jumped by multiples of 10, okay? Now, we need to find the midpoint. In order to find the midpoint, we go smack dab in the middle of the number line. And the middle is 65. Okay, your midpoint will be 65. It's right in the middle. How do we know? Because there'll be an equal number amount of jumps on the left and an equal amount of number of jumps on the right. So let me check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right. Are both sides equal? Yes. So my midpoint is 65. And I'm going to go back to my notes and write 65. Very good.